What are your thoughts on dating a childhood friend? Depending on the perspective, it's a situation more impossible than dating your younger sister. What that basically means is that it's a slightly different situation from just normal dating. What is a childhood friend anyway? In the end, it's probably just a relationship where two people have seen the good and bad about each other since they've been kids. The situation we have here is that two people who know every facet of one another are committed to one another, without a secret to be had. They have complete knowledge of one another, including their strengths and shortcomings. Once you're scientifically committed to it, this situation will give you the edge for maintaining a relationship, so long as you're both dating. If one had to bring up a point of contention, I guess there is one. That being, since all the things you're embarrassed about are out in the open, there's no mystique to your partner. No exciting fantasies to embrace, nothing there to send your heart wild with first-time jitters. To rephrase things, if you are successful in dating a childhood friend, a successful life practically awaits you afterward. Well, I'm not gonna say anything. That's like a stake to my heart, but okay. Even if the prospect of marriage is on the table, there is hardly a chance that the man would be in charge of everything. From the housing to the income, while the girl is allowed to marry with nothing but the clothes on her back. That is because the two of them know one another. They would find the most proficient way to handle things, which would be earning income together and being mutually responsible for everything. If I were to give my opinion from a science nerd's mindset, with two people who have known each other since childhood working together to build a family, I can safely say that their AP levels are going to be off the charts. Which is why, now that I'm presented with the situation of dating a childhood friend, they may have some rather dubious preferences, but I need to be broad-minded and accepting of them. No matter how far removed from a normal human's preferences that their preference may be, I need to accept them with a hearty laugh. That's a man's job. Well said. No matter what. A uni? A uni. A uniform! My first thought was a unicorn. All these unicorn plushes there. Oh, unicorn posers. Oh, that's not acceptable. No, I'm kidding. Uniform, you're wearing a school uniform. No matter if her preferences include wearing a school uniform despite not even going to school. Time to give you a breakdown on the situation. The childhood friend that has been living free range in the country for 10 years without being subjected to compulsory education. Girl, I'm finally starting to date. She's wearing a school uniform. A mermaid wearing a school uniform. Then again, she's not a mermaid anymore. It's okay, Ian, whatever you're into, I'm fine with. I'm an open-minded science nerd after all. That's about what I expected. His face. It's like, yeah, keep thinking that. Observe the uniform that I was wearing with a careful eye. It's grey, I see. White summer apparel with some black thrown into the mix. I'm not entirely sure what school this uniform belongs to. Got a hypothesis lined up that because of few of those uniform buttons are popped off, the ever pure and proper Ian has started down a more risque path the moment that uniform hits her body. But it's nothing more than a small tragedy caused by the abundance of excess mass located in her chest. And well, in a nutshell.
Your buttons, they are busting off. Pitako can see those things that look like Pitaco's head.
Shameful. Only I should be able to see them, darn it! By the way, why did you put her in a school uniform of all things, or rather, where did this even come from?
The Oni-chan that gives us food has a whole bunch of these.
Jeez, how many secret rooms do they have over there at that shrine? As I stand there thinking of how suspect that this is, Rin-san let out a big sigh and says,
What part of owning a school uniform is so dubious? That isn't my point. My point is that if we go to the city, I'll be forced to send her out dressed in this.
The city. That's right. Everything started with a single phone call that came this morning. I always thought you're only around during summer break to burn through the food bills, but I had no idea. Maybe you're usable in the workforce. Come back home and get to work.
We're not necessarily lonely without you around. Don't get the wrong idea, okay?
But, Mom,
Yes?
I've got a girlfriend now.
Oh my.
The conversation then gets a little complicated, seeing as how I can't talk about the whole mermaid and future linking situation. Start things off by telling them that one thing led to another and my girlfriend had no place to stay, which puts me at a loss. New and old values conflict and consent over the moral and virtuous implications of a man and woman living under the same roof, ultimately leading to my parents stating that they'll make their decision after they meet Ion. Unfortunately, my parents also didn't remember Ion at all. By linking her future with me, Ion is now able to remain in people's memories, but it seems that there's nothing that can be done about the memories of people where she's long since been deleted. Going to see my parents the day after we start going out? From my own standpoint, it might be a task akin to a nightmare, but this is all we can do for now. And then...
お母さん、お父さん。
Your mom and dad.
Ian seems delighted for whatever reason, so our plan is to head back to city together. There's a the missing there, I think. She that pleased? She's pleased to meet my mom and dad. Doesn't make sense. Ritsan said that she would give her some plain clothes, so we waited for her, which resulted in Ian being dressed in a school uniform. If she were to come home looking like this, then it would make it way too obvious that two students have been living under the same roof. Also, Rinsan,
Hi? Yes?
in the 1 to 2 seconds that I've been focused on Ian, I've got another question that I want to ask you. Mind if I ask?
Go right ahead.
Turn my face away from Ian with her embarrassed yet satisfied expression, asking the question that's been bugging me for a while. Why are you in a uniform too, and what's with the glasses? Very teacher looking. Not saying a word on it. Though it's pretty clear this person doesn't go to school either. I turn to face Ion again. Ion?
Huh?
Do you like this?
ここ。
She seems to be really into it. The smug face she's got says it all. You know that's a school uniform, right?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know that uniforms are clothes students wear, right? But Ion, you're not a student. Ion is shocked. What? Did she forget? She's still got the memory of a goldfish.
It
Hmm?
似合わない
It looks bad on me.
No, it looks good on you. It looks great on you. If I had to be honest, ever since I laid my eyes of you in that uniform, all I've been able to think is biology and genetics, and I've been going out of control. And what in the heck am I talking about? That's cute. If this were any time before, I would have had a tail flying toward me, but now she seems pleased as punch. She's so pleased, in fact, that it's making me feel bad for condemning her for not being a student any further. Yep, sure does. In any case, oh well.
ももんじおじ
Okay.
じ
Pacheco's been saying anything, hasn't been saying anything for a while, but she's starting to show some undeniable interest in Nyan's uniform. Now let's come to this. Now let's come up. Well, I have the feeling that you would dress Patako up in a school uniform first and foremost, knowing you, Rin-san, but what gives?
それはどういう意味です
What do you mean, what gives?
I'm just stating a feeling I had, that's all.
実はさっき着せたのですが
スカートが邪魔だってすぐ脱ごうとするので。
Oh god.
Well, actually, I tried dressing her up earlier, but she kept saying the skirt got in the way and tried to strip right away, so...
Kid like this with her lower body exposed in a school uniform. I never considered it when she's in her regular outfit, but something tells me that if she switches to a school uniform, then it would cause a problem beyond our wildest imaginations. Granted, her lower half is all fishy, but still. Oh god, no. As I talk with Rin-san, it somehow looks scarier than when she had that face as a mermaid. It looks more red, glowy, and Ion comes sliding on next to us. Well, I'm satisfied now that I've got to see Ion in a school uniform. She's super cute, so cute I feel like it'll kill me. Yes, now I know. It seems that I'm experiencing what it means when they say love is blind firsthand, without a doubt.
で、結局どういうことだと思いますか？
So, what do you think is the meaning of this in the end?
Rin-san asks me as I watch Ion. Button her uniform back up and swing Patako playfully around. Ah, well, I think it's fine if she wears it so long as it suits her.
その話ではなくて。
That isn't what I meant.
Is there something more important than the uniform right now?
ヒロトさん、キャラが崩壊してますわよ。非常にムカつくキャラに。
Hiroto-san, you're degenerating as a character, you know. I'll have you know you're turning into an extremely annoying character at that. School uniforms change a man.
School uniforms change a man!
ゼロ。
Get lost, you bum!
I'm going to can the jokes for now. Like they get my lights punched out.
ヤマメのお姉ちゃんあれ見て。お兄ちゃんがご飯くれるお姉ちゃんと浮気してるよ。
She still addresses her as a Masu.
Masu, Oni-chan, look at that! Oni-chan is cheating on you with Oni-chan that gives food!
わあ、ペタコは見た。ペタコは見たよ。
Wow, Pitako-sa!
平気。
It's fine.
Eh?
ヒロト、信じ
Oh,
てるから。
okay, that's good.
I believe in Hiroto.
That bread is a dangerous element after all. This time Pitako starts swinging Ion around, so I stare at that happening when I give an answer to Rin-san's question. Don't know. There's a ton of things I don't know after all, so I cannot really say for certain, but
が
But...
if it's a convincing hypothesis you want, I can provide it.
ほう。
Ooh-hoo.
I offer my hypothesis as I watch Pitako get face deep in Ion's breasts and nuzzle them. It was basically said that the only way to have a mermaid revert back into a human is for them to give up on changing the future. This is what Rin-san tells me, which was said by ex-Pitako after having temporarily regained her memories. In other words, if I die, everything gets negated! In a nutshell, even supposing that Ion did avoid turning into bubbles by getting so lovey-dovey with me and me shouldering her future, that still doesn't explain how Ion would turn back into a human. She wouldn't just keep on living on out her days as a mermaid. In that case, how is Ion back to being human even though I'm alive and kicking? I'll try forming a hypothesis to this. I temporarily went unconscious under the water. Never would have been able to make it out of that violent whirlpool, so once I got wrapped up in it, rather than struggling and panicking, I made the harrowing decision to wait for the aid of Ion, seeing as how she's a mermaid with extraordinary swimming ability. However, I ended up panicking and thrashing about, wasting all my oxygen, expanding my physical strength, and making me go unconscious.
そのせいでイオンさんが一時的に人間に戻って二人とも危なかったんですよ。おとなしくしていればイオンさんが助けに行っていたでしょうに。
So because he put himself more in danger, she reverted into a human, and now she's permanently in a human state rather than being in a permanent mermaid state. Maybe. I think I'm getting that right, maybe.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Because of that, Ion-san temporarily reverted to a human form, and the both of you were in deep trouble. Had you just remained calm, Ion-san would have come and rescued you too.
Precisely. But according to my hypothesis, this ended up being a positive instead.
Huh?
Absolute truths affect the world as we know it. The best decision does not always bring about the best result. That's because it's absolutely impossible to consider every single variable that exists in the world. And so, the act of linking our futures had ultimately presented us with headway regarding her current form. It's all because Ion accepted my feelings when she was temporarily reverting back into a human at just the right time. I think that it's an end result of taking on her future while she was still in a human form.
つまり命が危ない状態で告白したからこうなったというこ
I
とで
was
すの
right. In other words,
In other words, because you confessed while in mortal danger, she ended up like this.
when you sum it up like that, it sounds rather odd.
そんなバカみたいな偶然が
That is one ridiculous coincidence.
So if I'd chosen the other path, then she would be a permanent mermaid. Damn it. I love mermaids. Which is the better? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well, it is nothing more than a hypothesis. There are still an unimaginable number of variables out there. Maybe that one worked in my favor and everything ended up alright as a result.
とにかく本当に天が助けてくれましたね
At any rate, I see this really has been a gift from the heavens above.
Pardon?
一時的に記憶を取り戻したペタコさんが言っていました
Mitako-san told me after temporarily gaining back her memories.
Rin-san points to this
あれ
guy.
が助けてくれたんだって
They helped save us, she said.
But that's outer space. Aliens. Please, I'm against violence. Rin-san wants to sock me one, but she laughs it off and said, "That's right, something out there saved us, so everything is ending up according to plan. At any rate." Once I start waxing sentimental, Patako jumps into the fray. She's definitely hopping using her tail. But jumping all the way to the rooftop, she's got some monstrous strength. Catch Patako, lower her down to the side and...
お兄ちゃんペタコはメールだよ
Okay.
Oni-chan, Patako's email!
You're what?
ヤマメのお姉ちゃんがお兄ちゃんに来てって
Masu Oni-chan said for you to come down, Oni-chan.
I look below to find Ion with a faint blush adorning her face, waving her hand.
ところでメールって何
Jesus Christ.
By the way, what's email?
Grab Patako and pass her to Rin-san.
なぜ私にくださるのです
And why are you giving her to me?
Watch on, if you'd please.
デートですか
To your date?
More or less.
そうしろ
Bearish you could!
You little devilish Patako. They say, but I turn my back on the smiling Rin-san and Patako. As I slowly start walking, I climb down the rooftop stairs and traverse the yard. I then make my way to Ion. Ion is standing there waiting for me with her cheeks flushed. Our eyes meet. After a little hesitation, Ion... She starts walking closer to me. And stares into my eyes as she has her hopes set on something. Quickly averts her gaze and sticks out her hand. I take her hand and squeeze it tight.
そうなったのねなら
Yes, that is how things have worked out. In that case, I wish you both happy days.
Good end. My girlfriend is a mermaid. I don't see it, but you probably heard it. I got an achievement! I got the other achievement. Yay! Woo! Way! We did it! We got the... Whoa. Okay. Oh, she's got human legs. Wait. Whoa. Whoa. What's happening here right now? What's going on? Whoa, what? Alright. So, that was interesting. It said good ending, but the other was also, so yeah, that was, I think maybe, where'd the phone go? Hold on. God, it's been almost 45 minutes. I don't know where my phone is. Oh, no. Oh, trash. Son of a... Ooh. All right. So that was the good ending, but not the true ending, maybe? Possibly? I guess we see when I go and click the other route. But yeah, that was an ending to She is a Mermaid. Okay. I don't know why they're separate. That doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. But okay. Still quite a few I'm missing. It doesn't make sense. Like this one that was spoiled prior. In a prior episode, I accidentally spoiled it when I was looking. Yeah. I covered it up at least for all of you, but I was spoiled. But yeah, so but you would make those two separate, but not this. This isn't separate really, and this was unlocked really early on. That doesn't make sense, but whatever. Okay, weird game. Whatever. I don't know. That was a weird way to handle it, but sure. Oh no, legs. Huh? This was a lovely game. I loved it. I loved it, beginning to end. It was such a beautiful game. It was such a beautiful game. So yeah, I guess this is one ending. Evidently, although I got the achievement, so I don't know. I don't know if this is the true ending or not. I don't know if I don't know. And I didn't wait a minute. I didn't keep that image. Wait, but that's where'd the the swimsuits? Wait, but that image wasn't added here. Wait a minute. Is it because I didn't get the true ending? I'm all sorts confuzzled now. I don't know what. Man, I don't know. So, but yeah, I should probably end it here. Otherwise, it'll be too long. So, that was an ending to She is a Mermaid. I have no idea if it's the definitive ending. We'll see that in the next episode, I guess. But just in case this is the finale, I'll give my proper goodbyes and stuff, I guess. Maybe. I'm so confused. It doesn't help that I'm still reeling from being sick and tired. Ugh. Ugh. And yeah, all that stuff about the childhood friend stuff, that hit home a little bit for me. I won't get into why, but like yeah. I've had crushes on childhood friends like that before. That's all I'll say regarding that. And yeah, I was very shy and awkward myself, and kind of blame myself for that because it didn't develop into anything because I was too shy and cowardly. I wish it had, but yeah, it just is what it is. Sometimes things don't work out, and at the same time, like I blamed myself for the longest time concerning that, and that's not really healthy either. Sometimes it's just unavoidable, and you just gotta keep moving on. But if you are in that moment yourself, don't be afraid to put yourself out there and give it your all. Let your feelings known. Otherwise, it won't be a happy fairy tale ending. You gotta work for it. You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta pick up your courage, your heart, your soul, and give it your all. It's like they say, the worst they can say is no. So at the same time, I know that, and yet I'd still be afraid to let my feelings known, and it just kind of sucks. But yep, it is what it is. So if you're ever in that situation yourself, go all out. Don't hold nothing back. It can't, no matter the outcome, it's not going to be bad. If you just live with no regrets, give it your all. As long as you do that, it may hurt for a little while, even if she says no, but at least you know you did the best you could. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching. This really was a good game. It was a really good story. It had its flubs, its ups and downs with some of the translation, but aside from that, it was a really good game. It was adorable. It was a good, fun, adorable visual novel game, and like I've said on multiple occasions, I love mermaids. I have since I was a child. It's a beautiful story. It's got beautiful music, beautiful art, and fun characters that I really grew attached to and really loved. But all the good things must come to an end. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and or evening, week, month, year, and the time of your life. And until next time, whatever it is I may do, and if next episode is truly the finale, we'll look forward to that. But until then, or whatever I may do, I hope to see you then. And until then, goodbye and farewell.